Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today is not the typical day in the arena. What you see here is true. I have went to the dark side and I have made a pact with our arch enemy. He will give us some knowledge about Boros matchup, but we need to sell our soul to get it. So today we will be playing Boros on the ladder. We will become one of them. So with that being said, the idea, if you cannot defeat someone or if it's hard to defeat someone, you really want to play the deck to know ins and outs yourself. It actually does help a lot because you can feel which cards are the reason the deck works and which cards make the deck, a bit fizzle. And this can help you. So if you are struggling with Boros, definitely you can try playing some games. And when you lose some games, you will know exactly what happened wrong and what needs to go wrong for this deck to lose. Of course, the Boros is insanely powerful, and just for anyone that wants to ladder right now, this is the best version of Boros. I have checked all the stats on all the Boros decks, and this one has the highest win rate. It's actually on average 61.8% in like 200 games. So basically insanely high. And you know all the title 100% win rates and so on, but in all honesty, in 200 games, having 61.8% win rate is insanely high. This means that the deck is completely dominating. So yeah, if you want to go for laddering and just hit Mythic as soon as possible, this is the version to go for. I have noticed that the difference is Valorous Stance, and honestly this card is just so good here, because it can protect one of the creatures against a sweeper. And this is usually what you need to close the game, so that's the big difference between the versions. Rest of the deck obviously is all the same crap. In some of the games you will see snarls, and do not play snarls. I hated them. I removed them as soon as I remembered after playing the game to remove them. They're just awful, in my opinion. I might be wrong, but for me they do not work, especially if you run pathways, especially if you run Den of the Bugbear. You actually can run more of them, so probably you can switch one mountain at least into the third Den. But I just went with this one and it was okay. So, with that being said, do you really want me to discuss the deck? I will because that's my responsibility, but I wanted to show you guys what happens when the control mage says it's enough. We can do it better than them. And today we are just teaching Boros how to play Boros, because it seems that a lot of the players that do use Boros rely mostly on the deck power and not really at, playing it very well. It's just the deck is enough. And we will show them what's the difference between the drivers. And jokes aside, Boros has some things that you need to consider, usually mostly counters, and also playing Brutal Qatar, Day-Night Cycle, and when to play Qatar, because it gets removed very often. So very often you want to play it as a last card. So there is some strategy to it. I'm sorry to say it there is, but not a lot. And about efficiency, of course, the deck is extremely effective. So I think the main reason that you want to ladder with this deck, if you just want to hit this diamond, mythic, whatever, and get back to your life, is the fact that it has so quick games. Very often you play between 2 and 3 minutes for a match. Compared to the control 12 minutes or something crazy like this, you can basically play 4 games in this time, or 5 or 6 even. So yeah, for the laddering and especially to win rate statistics to kick in, you need to play a lot of games and then you will have them. And our results were basically aligned with the average. I think it's around 59 or 60%. And yeah, I had really bad draws. So I think most of the games you will lose is just not drawing lands or overdrawing lands. Alright, so with that being said, I feel bad making this video, but I feel, first of all, it is good to see the opponent deck from their side, their perspective, it really helps you to become a better player overall. Like usually when you play against Boros, it just feels like this huge mass of damage and hasty creatures. When you play, you actually see which cards are the best ones. So in my experience, you really want Kumano on turn first. This card is really what makes the deck in a huge way. Other than this, Cavalier is really something you want to play on turn 3, preferably with the Initiate. And of course the Raiju is amazing as a finisher, so those are the big cards for the deck, I feel. Yeah, play with Fire, Roil Eruption, they're okay, but they're a bit situational. Like Cavalier and Kumano is just so much power. Whenever you start with this, you just feel that every of your next turn is insane, and moment you have this 3-3 together with Kumano 2-2 and you suddenly have 5 power on the board, it's just so much power, and then you can go a bit more defensive and just start nuking every creature that the enemy plays, because your board is already set up for a very deadly attack. So, with that being said, I think we did pretty well, and I hope you will forgive me. Tell me what you think. I want this channel to be a bit for everyone, you know, and of course we are mostly playing control decks, and I do not want to play aggro very often. And I think that's a nice experiment, and also you can see how we play the deck and how much more you can do with Boros than maybe most of the players actually do. So I feel that some of the plays we did were pretty good. Tell me what you think. And I think there was something more that I wanted to share with you guys. Alright, so I was actually thinking for 3 straight minutes right now what I wanted to say more. And I have literally no idea. Nothing more to be said about this deck. This deck is as simple as it gets. I think the only thing that you can add is the review of my feelings playing with this deck. It feels just stupid. You just play your creatures and you hope it's enough. It feels like hitting your head on the brick wall and seeing what crumbles first. That's the feeling I get by playing this deck. Like honestly, I don't want to play with this anymore. So yeah, that's a no recommendation from the Sloth. Unless you want to win games, then definitely go for this deck because it's best decks in the format for a reason. Alright, and that being said, let's go with the typical YouTuber talk about subscribing. If you like decks that aren't like this, and if you like interesting decks unlike this, then do subscribe to the channel because we are definitely not doing a lot of these decks anytime soon. I already hate playing this deck. So, with that being said, let's go into the games. I really hope you do enjoy the other perspective, and tell me what you think. I would like from time to time to make this kind of deck, especially this kind of video, especially against like meta decks, because I feel that at some point you need to join them for a bit to at least know how the deck plays out and feel the weaknesses where it starts failing, because that's what will make you a better player overall. I'm not the person that likes to do it, but I feel I need to force myself a bit more, even for you guys. So we get overall a bit better, and I think that's the case. So tell me what you think, enjoy the videos, and really thank you for your attention. Alright, enemy is going first. What a horrible thing to do. Man, this deck just always draws everything. I cannot believe every single time, everything on curve. And now this will be a real show match of who is better player. So we are the control player. Can you believe it? We are the control side of the matchup right now. And yeah, I will probably talk about it in the intro, but everything from this deck, from the sleeves to avatar to pets, everything is just tainted. It cannot be used anymore after this video. And I think this is the pet to do it, for some reason. If you don't know what I mean, watch the review. I have the review on the channel. Alright, back to the game. We are so behind. We are so behind. You have to go Brutal Qatar. Yeah, we cannot kill it because we were second. So, we just go for the maximum aggression. And I know I've said that we are the aggressor, the defender, but we are still aggressive deck. So we cannot just sit and defend, because that's not how it works, and thanks to Aspirant not having haste, we actually have a bit more, power. Alright, double Aspirant. That's definitely something that I would love to have. Yep. We still have quite a lot of power, to be perfectly honest with you. It should be Brutal Qatar on the Aspirant. If they kill it, the Aspirant is 1-1, but the counters are still pretty devastating. So I'm not happy about how it went so far. We could also play with fire. We want Raiju next turn so much. Because play with fire is basically a free removal, right? And initiate will be very important later. It can also charm block. I think it's better. It has no haste, so maybe let's attack. See if he gives us some free blocks. I do not think he will. He's so ahead in the aggression that I don't think he needs to be aware of this one. And let's play with fire. That's the best situation we will have, in the game to play stuff. We go for double blue. It also shows the enemy that maybe Raiju is not coming next turn, because we don't have double red. So no, if you don't lose anything, why not play around stuff? Also, we were on the draw, but we still have less cards in the hand. That shows how aggressive our hand was. Can we kill the enemy? That is my question. Can we kill the enemy? It's 5, 7. Yeah, we can. He might play Mountain into Roil. Oh, that's so irritating. That was such a clutch play. Smart by the enemy. Do we change our plan? So, let's read the card, how it works. Whenever attacks, put a counter. It will be on Kumano. Probably. Deals X damage to each opponent. Number of mod other than the Raiju. So it will deal 3 damage. Then he blocks 1, 3. So it's 3, 2 and 3. So 8 damage. So we still win. Easy game. We are just better Boros gamer. So yeah, this will have a counter because of training. And this will have counter. It has to be this one. Otherwise, we don't deal 3. Easy. Get out. Get out. Now the control players start to play Boros. And you, bro, have no chance. He still didn't count. It's still too much. Okay, the game will count it for you. We were on the draw against Boros Mirror and we still won. I feel that tells a lot. Sure? Oh yes, we will keep. Red, Kumano. I have seen it so many freaking times. Why is white here even? We just want more smirking creatures. We can actually pretend mono red right now. This will, by the way, be slowest Boros player we will ever see. So, let's go with the haste. Seems about right. 3 damage off the bat. If he wants to kill it, it means that he needs to play his next turn into it. Clamp the Forbidden. Oh, are you going to pain yourself? Man, it was so easy all along. It's insane. Sure, I will put the counter. So this is mid-hook. Mid-hook for 1 so far. Let's go for the Kumano. The most power on the board, and he's nearly dead next turn. Man, it was so easy all along. Like, we just needed to make a creature. Like, sure, whatever, bro. Yeah, I'll pay. Wow. That... after playing Control for so much, I feel like I actually really didn't put enough work into winning games. Like playing 10 minutes Control game over, playing 1, 2, 3 and enemy has no chance. Like, I should have done it in this way so long ago. Alright, I can already feel my skill improving. I see lands and I see creatures and I see you are going first. It means that we'll probably win, right? Of course we do. This is the turn 2. We have balanced mana, we don't really need double red on turn 2 with this one. And normally Aspirant is better. I would love to check the priority, but we don't have phases to do it. So I will go with this one. It also is... yeah, so he has play with fire. That's unfortunate. Never mind. Man, we are just crushing the ladder. Oh my god. He had play with fire. All he needed to do is kill adversary and then we are left with nothing. He counters with good creature and then we are behind. I have no idea what those guys... I think they just fish for the easy wins and they give up whenever enemy has chance. Alright, we are going second with a Snarl. Man, at this point I feel that maybe we just remove it from the deck. Let's keep it, I guess. I do not love this hand. We need basic runs so badly. So if we whiff, it has to be a 3-drop, because we have double 2-drop in the worst case, so we miss the least. And by the way, every single game so far was Boros against Boros. That tells quite a story, doesn't it? So we can go play with fire this turn or Roil Eruption next turn. It feels this is a bit better overall. Because we keep our Aspirant, hopefully, and enemy doesn't keep his Aspirant. It's Boros, so they cannot prevent what we are going to do. We are also not at the mercy of this. It's not Fury Karm Snarl, it's basically a Crapland Snarl. So, yeah, Brutal Qatar, okay, that's great. But we can play with fire this one and Roil Eruption the other one. It's an interesting choice. He went for the greedy version. And we are fine with this one. And of course we whiffed on the land, so Snarl, you are so out of this deck. That's every land would be better than this. Especially the red one. Still. We kill the Aspirant while we can. And say go. This will be a very hard game, still. Play with fire is such a flexible card. Like, Shock was already played and this is just pure upgrade. It's a bit insane they made this card. Hey, Shock is just a bit too bad. Let's upgrade it. Let's upgrade it. And I think this is our turn. Because if enemy wants to go into daytime, sure, enjoy. Our daytime triggers are better. And if he takes another creature, all we do is play with fire, kill it and get everything back. So if he goes to all in on this one, he's just so screwed. And now you don't get anything yet. Oh, so he wants to fleet, but we can get rid of all the Qatars. It doesn't really matter, but let's go here. He has double flip, so he will remove both creatures. I wonder how he will do it, but it also doesn't really matter. We just have to go for huge pressure. Actually, it does matter. Oh man, I'm such a bad player. I'm such a bad player. We could, but we will put counter here. So it means that we kill both of them at the same time. Bye. Bye. Because then the triggers never do happen. And it means that you keep up the counters from initiate. Man, we are just plowing through Boros players. They seem to only rely on the deck advantage and they just don't know how to play this very well. Must be my birthday. Okay, we will take this one. I like Den of the Bugbear. And we will of course hit the face, because it maybe lets us fish for the Cavalier as a 3 mana drop, and that's what we need. Alright. Nice. Let's give him the chance to make decision first, because that actually might matter. Alright, now we hit face. This one damage also might matter. I do like the Raiju quite a lot, but we need turn 3 play to be efficient. That's not it. Let's go for white. And we need to start working on this HP, man. Like, enemy is definitely having too much HP. Oh, such a cute hamster. I'm not really a fan of the companion, but the hamster is cute. Shigeki. Alright, and we, thanks to scrying, we actually got to Brutal Qatar in time. That's pretty huge. This is so much different than playing Initiate. So the scry really paid out. Or paid off, I should say. And this type of mana doesn't have great removal. Lotus Cobra, okay. I think it might be a bit too late. Unless he has something good this turn for 2 mana. Druid class. Druid class is not something good for 2 mana. And next turn we go with the 10, so I'm pretty sure we should win this. We have enough pressure to keep it going. Counter is here, so he cannot trade with the Cobra, and it enables us to attack. And if he wants to survive, he needs to sacrifice his main creature right now. And next turn we go with the Den, together with Raiju and Qatar, and that's so huge. Oh, the game is over. Oh, it's so over. I do like the Druid class though. Like, you know, that's nice. Look how much he's healing. Like, I really do like this card. I would like to make more decks with this one. Especially like level 2. Like, playing 2 lands a turn is just so freaking fun. But enemy is tapped out. And we know what to do. Finish him. Oh my god, we are going first. Guys, the Magic Arena broke. We are actually going first with our aggressive deck. Insane, crazy, unthought of. So yeah, I think I was clear enough what I think about this situation. But honestly, like, we don't have 1-drop. Initiate would be perfect, but we really have a good one so far. I'm scared about Juari. I'm actually so scared about Juari, I might consider playing differently. Definitely the land, right? But we have Raiju. Let's try him. Like, if he has Juari, then okay. And they do. They always do lately. Alright. So the Aspirant seems to be a better choice in this situation. Let's go for double white. We have quite a lot of white cards in the hand. And I will go for Aspirant then. So of course it won't get, you know, thinked. And we put the counter here. Because Aspirant is a bit more scary thing. And we can replay it against Fading Hope, so it's not the biggest deal. Like, right now he wasted card, but he doesn't really accomplish too much. And he went for Fable, which is honestly pretty good for us. Now we have to, like, we have a lot of choice here. I do not want him to get ramped. That's really bad for us, because it enables Sweeper next turn. Let's go for the Adversary. It's 4 damage already. Next turn it gets a bit worse, and we can get rid of the Fable right now. But also the turn that comes after. So I wonder what he will do. So he has burned down the house definitely. Like big scores, probably gold spam, because if you play as it you want gold spam. Alright, alright. And now we play like this, and we can pay Juari. Unless he has Make Disappear, that's perfect. Wow. The guy just has it all. So, let's just hit his face. How good it is. For Kicker we need 7 mana, that's really a lot. I do not think that's a good card. Like, it's not the worst, but we need something that hits hard, like Raiju or something like this. Or even another adversary. Brutal Qatar is not great, depending on what the enemy... See? Always the same deck, is just all the good cards, right? Yeah, that's just so perfect. And we can protect even if he can remove something, so even if he has burn, the Valorous Stance will close the game. And that's why we have Valorous Stance in the deck. Alright, we are on the draw. I think with Play with Fire we can at least scry. Maybe. Enemy mulligan, so that's kind of advantage. So we kept average hand. We'll see which was better. Enemy is going on the play, so that's a pretty huge one though. And we do not cast it now, in hopes that he might Jawari it. Or he might theoretically play some creature, but I think we will just face it. You know, it seems to be control, is it? Or 3-color deck. So Aether Grixis or something crazy like this. We also get the priority check, and there's definitely something. Kumano is pretty good. So I honestly think that we play just everything one turn later, because there's priority. And getting Kumano going is good enough. It will also make all the creatures bigger and stronger. Maybe he taps out for the iteration. And then our Aspirant. See? Ah, it was there. Knew it. I knew it. Well, it still will be a tough game. 2 toughness is like exactly what he wants to hit with whatever he has. Please, let me put the counter, please. Also, if he taps, we just play Kumano and do it over again. Yeah. Still, that's another creature. Like, we are trying to out-tempo the enemy by playing 2 cards a turn, basically. But so far he has really good answers. He had Jawari, he had removal. So we will see what goes in the background. And our amazing, very lively pet is just contributing so much to the funness of the, you know, whole match. Did I change something? I don't remember this, like, texture. Sure, stuff happening. We do not mind this a bit. And what do we go for? Yeah, white. I generally want to go red, but here we actually have such a white hand. Please don't cancel me. Alright, so we attack, we put the counter on Kumano, I think. Not entirely sure, we will see if he reacts somehow. Maybe he will make this decision a bit simpler. Okay, like, I do not mind this one. It might still be Jawari. And now you can see how Kumano contributes. It's just this small little thing that goes through the shield every single time. And if we are playing around Jawari, we are playing against around Jawari. So yeah, it also makes sure that burn down the house is not as painful as it could be. So enemy is definitely thinking about doing stuff. Do we go for the counter? I don't think we do. I think we wait with those 2 creatures. Enemy is already pressured to do something. I'm fearing burn down the house. I'm pretty sure he has it in the deck. He needs to sweep somehow. And as you can see, he is aware of the need to sweep. And that's 6 damage already. So pretty high. So if he wants Field of Ruin, that's fine. If he wants to, like, he can maybe throw roll, but without the sweeper I don't think he can win. Unless he has like some crazy cards. Yeah, sure. We don't really use the mana, so no sense in taking the mana, whatever. We have double white and double red. Let's go for white. The highest red cost that we can draw is Raiju with double red. We cannot draw double, like red or triple red cards or anything like this. So if we need any colored mana, it will be white if we draw Initiate or something like this. Yeah, see, I told you. I told you. So, I guess we are doing it. Do you really want to be so low against Boros? I do not think so. Okay, sure. I actually don't mind it one bit. Like he's down to 2 cards only. We definitely go like this. Okay, sure. And now I think we go. So he went with all the removal. Let's go like this, because this creates lethal next turn, whether he goes nighttime or not. So he needs the perfect card right now, and he didn't have it. Alright, going first with perfect draw. I guess I don't mind it. I will take it. Definitely Kumano goes first, it's just so insane card. And also the fact that you hit for 3 before enemy can even start is just so huge. Alright, that's interesting. Is there any chance we go for the Aspirant? Nah. We just want maximum pressure because we are already 5 damage in the board. So if we slow him with Qatar, that's so good already. I think Aspirant is just a bit too slow. And enemy is using goblins, which is probably even worse for him. Man, I'm so tempted to just go white and go this and this. Is this good? Whenever attacks, if you attack with creature, create a goblin. He will get this. I don't think it's good this turn. Yeah, let's try it. I like using Qatar as the last, resort. And I think if we do this, it's just a bit better. Like it's 6 damage already, and it will keep growing. Perfect. So he removed the creature himself. And we still have the same board pretty much, even better than the previous turn, and he's left with nothing. And now the Brutal Qatar will remove whatever the 3-drop is. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope it's good enough. Full turn to remove the Aspirant. Oh, he's attacking? That seems like a bad idea. Like, to be perfectly honest. I'm just so tempted to just not play the Qatar. So enemies are tight. I honestly think we do not do it. Also we can use the double counters to kill Kumano if we care. So we can kill this at the end step, and then Brutal Qatar whatever he plays, and then attack and still everything gets training. Sure. It's not a goblin. Okay, adversary is a bit harder to answer. But I don't think it's good enough. I hope he attacks. He does not. Let's get rid. Like, it's just 2 counters. And we get a free removal, basically. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so perfect. So we want to get rid of the adversary when it comes back. Like, enemy is dead, right? But still. I'm a control mage. I will think about every single move and then kill the enemy at the end. That's my jam, 6 damage, easy. I think we played this game pretty well. Like, it feels like a skill win, This is where he lost the tempo. Shadow smashing. That was definitely a very slow play. Alright, we are going second, as usually. I will take it because we have Kumano. And we have one red. I would really like to have another red. But you know, what can you do? Let's start with some aggression. Like the fact that we get it going is pretty insane. Do they stack? That creature enters. I don't know, we will see. And I think we kill the crab right now. So you know, when you aren't sure what to do, just kill the crab. Just freaking kill the crab. Because we won't have a lot of time. Usually this kind of game is... Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? That's insane. Why don't you just play Fading Hope like a normal person? Alright. So we have Small Thing. And now we play the rest. Do we go for the Cavalier? Or the Qatar? Enemy really wants to mirror us, right? I think Cavalier because of the day-night cycle, and we want more power on the board before we... Like those 3 cards or 6 won't matter as much for one turn. Okay, man, sure. Like, what the hell are we playing? The unsummoned tribal, basically. And it was at 2 cards already. It's insane. Also, the audio as always breaks every 4 games, because Wizards like don't really care about this game, I guess. Alright, round over. What do we do? Do we go for Brutal Qatar? I think we do. We still have 1 mana, so no Juwari is scary. And do we want to flip? I think I won't. So the spell is cast already, so the crab is eaten by the werewolf. But will the Kumano happen? Okay, sure. What? So he went for the treasure, so I hope this card is really good. It might be the duplicate thing with the flashback. Galvanize? I don't know. It feels to me galvanized, but it's maybe not the... Man, this is actually unsummoned tribal. In 9 cards he had 3 unsummons. And that's all. Like, what the hell are we doing with our lives? Alright, so... It's probably this. Do we have any good spells? Yeah, we have Roil Eruption. That will be actually so good. This is perfect. Let's hope he doesn't have another unsummon or something like this. Alright, Roil Eruption. Can I please get rid of this freaking crap? Thank you. He used his whole hand to protect the crap that didn't mean anything. So I'm not sure how efficient his deck is, to be honest. Like, it means that he plays both Fading Hopes and Alchemist Retrievals. So the strategy is to unsummon until you have no cards in the hand and then you concede. It seems to be this way. Unless he has like some strategy that we don't see so far. But it seems to take so much power from like his Tasha, Hideous Laughter, double cast, things like this mill. Oh, so okay, so you play the crap, you unsummon it 3 times and then you rope the enemy. Oh my god. He got even more of them. I don't know what to say. 11 cards, 4 unsummons. Like, I'm not even mad, it's just bad. Like, whoa, he has 1 card. How can it work? My question is, how can it work? I guess you play crap and protect it for next 15 turns and you mill 45 cards or something like this. As always, on the draw. Easy matchmaker. And of course we are basically always against aggressive decks, just always 1 turn behind. And we are still having a very good win rate, so that tells a lot. But man, this hand on the play would completely dominate. Especially that then we have room to remove stuff, which now we do not have. Still, we do have Aspirant, and Aspirant against Mono White is so good. Talia is okay, but it's definitely not the prime card, so we won on the 2 drops, but I'm not sure if we can win on the rest. Alright. So we have Kumano. That's pretty sweet. I think we should go for aggression right now. Because it might get really scary and we want to put those eruptions into graveyard for the 3 mana to hit. If he double blocks, that's good for us, so we can just attack for 6. Like, we need to start pressuring him. Getting this chunk is really big. Because he is back from the life that he doesn't care to the life that actually he needs to consider how he blocks. Yeah, so he wants the token probably. So yeah, it's basically the same as not attacking. I do not mind this play from his side. However, we could go for the maximum tempo with the adversary, I guess. We can put the counter. Yeah, I think it's better. And now we kill the thingy. And now he cannot block the adversary. Everything is 3-3. And now it's 9 damage. So he needs to start sacrificing value just to stay alive, and this is how you slowly win. So he needs a very strong card right now. Portable Hole is definitely a very good start. That's something he drew this turn. But what is the other card? Wow, that's pretty perfect. We need land from the top and then we win. If we do not draw land, we might lose this. Of course we do not. Of course. Oh man. Of course. Because we need that adversary with the, counter, and we would kill this with Magma Roil and kill him. Attack him for 9. So the game was already won, if we draw correct. How can we do it then? We could remove the portable hole, if we want. Like, it seems okay. And we get Initiate that will grow, and we still get the adversary. We do it right now. Because then we get 1 counter back, and in next turn we get the 2nd counter back, so it's pretty good. Let's go like this. Generally you want to put counter on the worst creature, and this is 2-2 that doesn't do anything, and this is 2-2 that does something, so And it forces the block. I actually think he shouldn't block at all. I think he could. Wow, from the freaking top. Are you serious? Can I at least get my land? Man, are you seeing this? Of course, we cannot hit the 5th land. We only hit 4, so we cannot play anything more. Oh man, that's just so triggering. Like, we had this game for 3 turns in a row. We just need a good, decent draw for once. Alright, it will be Cavalier then. The game is definitely not over, but it's definitely way more irritating than it should be. We can take 1 of those hits. But we cannot pressure him into blocking anymore. Can we make him go to 1 HP? It's what, 4? 6? 9. So he has to block something, right? If we attack everything, he just blocks and he kills us. So we need to attack with everything except 1. Alright, and what is the damage? So it's 5, 7. So we need to go for 8. I think this is best. Yeah, this is definitely the best one. If he wants to trade with this, He can, but the trample will get some damage through. So he's back to 7. We have the blocker. And we need to hit this freaking land. By the way, he got double adversary from the top. Triple adversary from the top. What a freaking champion. Oh my god, like, can you even draw better in this game? You are at low HP, no problem, just draw all of the adversaries from your deck on the top 3 cards. Are you freaking serious? And we still can win. Yes, thank you. We actually won this after all his crazy top decks. That's insane. We couldn't hit this combo since 2 turns. Finally. Just die, we deserve this win so much. Oh my, oh my. If I wouldn't hit land even this turn, I would just be crazy. By the way, Boros power, even with triple lifelink, it's still not enough. If you draw at least partially decently. Oh, I won, but I'm so mad after this game. It will probably be the last one.